A CTV News exclusive. Despite growing calls to drop the ArriveCan app to speed up travel, the federal government has no plans to do so because they say it gives the Public Health Agency of Canada key health information about travelers who test positive for COVID-19. Joining us with more this morning is Mackenzie Gray. Welcome back to Your Morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie.
How does the Public Health Agency use this data?
Well, they use it based on the random testing that has been done at airports for a number of years now. It's actually delayed at this point in time, but PHAC says that this information is key for them to understand global epidemiological trends. And sources we've spoke to have said that they take the information from the ArriveCan app for travelers who test positive as a part of this random testing program. And they use that information to be able to give the Public Health Agency of Canada knowledge about where COVID is coming from in different countries, as well as any potential new variants that pop up as well. And really, this is the first time we've seen any link that sources or the government has made between the ArriveCan app, which has been under a lot of pressure right now, and the need for this COVID data that travelers are forced to put into the app if they're able to enter Canada.
So what did the agency have to say about the selection process for who gets tested at the border crossing?
Well, this is another interesting part, too. We haven't really known a lot about who gets picked at this random testing that's been done at airports for an extended period of time right now. I mentioned before that they have this algorithm that's put in place that the Public Health Agency has put together to try and get a representative sample of who is coming into Canada. But they also put a little bit of extra weight to understand these global epidemiological trends, like I mentioned, which the Health Minister's office admitted to us could mean that if you're coming from countries with a low vaccine rate or countries where experiencing an outbreak, you might be more likely to get selected. Now, there isn't a lot of selection going on right now, Anne-Marie, because the program's actually been suspended since July 11th. The Transport Minister came out on that day saying that, look, the congestion at airports is too bad. We're going to bring it back on Canada Day on July 1st. But sources we actually talked to have told us that the program has been suspended because the Canada Border Services Agency, CBSA, who's in charge of the ArriveCan app, was not able to update the app to make new accommodations for unvaccinated travelers. So there's still, at this point in time, the testing's not in place, so it means that this important data that Public Health Agency have talked about actually isn't going to them at this point in time.
So if it's not going to them, then where's it going?
Well, that's the key thing right now. The information is still in the app, and both the Public Health Agency and sources that we talked to said that the ArriveCan app data that people put in isn't used by the Public Health Agency unless someone tests positive for COVID. So the government isn't going in there and looking at your data. But if you look at the privacy notice in this, Anne-Marie, you'll see that the government can hold on to your data for a minimum of 2 years, as well as they're able to share it with a number of other provincial and territorial governments and international health organizations, too, to give them another idea. So it's still fairly murky at this point in time where this data goes. And we've heard from conservative transport critic Melissa Landsman, who's been on top of this file, saying, look, she didn't even know about it. We were the ones who told her the link between the ArriveCan app and the use of this data for public health. And she believes it should have been more clear from the government to make it clear for Canadians to understand that there is this link between the two things.
All right, Mackenzie Gray, great to talk to you this morning. Great work on this story. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.